So in this sense, if you can come up with some fantasy and then defend that fantasy and actually buy into it so deeply that you believe it's reality, that literally becomes your reality, and that's how you survive. Because if you didn't care being male or female or
being a Muslim or a Christian, if you were just kind of willy-nilly about it, like one day you're a Muslim, the next day you're a Christian, the next day you're something else, you're a Jew. Like if this was your approach, isn't it funny how nobody takes this approach? Like this is unheard of. Nobody does this. Why? Like when I was younger, I used to think like, why
don't people just like spend a month being a Jew and another month being a Muslim, another one being a Christian? Well, it's because, of course, it's their identity. They're attached to it. It's precisely because they can't do this. Because if they did this, they would literally dissolve and die. As that, you can't be a Muslim and then next month become a Christian. Because in a certain sense, then, you weren't a Muslim to begin with. Because what it means to be a Muslim is that you're completely certain that Islam is true and it's the best. And if you're going to open your mind even a little bit to doubting that, then you're going to very quickly stop being a Muslim. Or a Christian or a Jew or a Buddhist or whatever you identify as. See? People become very hostile when you tell them that physical reality isn't real. Why not? Because this calls into question everything. You're basically, it's like pouring salt on a snail. You're going to dissolve their entire operating system and their entire sense of self. This is very painful and scary for people. So they react with hostility. They get very defensive. They start to project upon you. They start to act stupid. They go into denial, and all sorts of other survival strategies are used in order to maintain their identity. They'll threaten you. They'll try to burn you at the stake as a witch, or whatever they're going to do. They'll call you a liar. They'll send you threatening letters. That's what people do. See, truth needs no defense. Your true identity as nothingness, it doesn't need any defense at all. What needs defending is all the fabricated identities. Christians, Jews, Muslims, atheists as well. An atheist is a fabricated identity. A scientist is a fabricated identity. Don't think that just because you're a scientist or an atheist or a rationalist or a skeptic that somehow you're immune to these identities. Those are all identities. Secular identities are still identities. You can be some Fortune 500 CEO who doesn't believe in God and doesn't care about any science or anything. All you care about is just money and business. That's your identity. That's what you're defending. And so when someone comes and tells you that all of your money means nothing, you're going to get very defensive and threatened, and you're going to be very hostile about this. Of course, because it undermines your entire way of life. Why do people get hostile when you tell them that you are God or that they are God? Precisely because they've developed this belief in God, this dualistic, separate God, this sort of authority figure. And they have used God as an authority figure who sits and judges you and other people. And they use this to build a moral system. This moral system is their way of surviving. Because, see, they've grounded their moral system in the judgments of God, which means that it can't be questioned, so it's divine. It's God's divine judgment and justice. And so that allows them then to judge the rest of the world, because they say, no, I'm not judging, it's God who's judging. And I'm just obeying God's rules or God's commandments or whatever. See? And then you tell them that, no, you're God. Or I'm God. You tell them that, and they get very flustered, they get very defensive about it and say, no, Leo, how dare you? God, I can't be God. You can't be God. This is blasphemy. Yeah, that's your survival strategy for defending that identity. And the reason that it triggers you or upsets you is precisely because it's false. Your identity is false, and the truth is nothing. The truth is that you're God, but you're in denial about it.
Hey, Charlie, wake up! Yeah, Charlie, you silly sleepyhead, wake up!
Oh God, you guys. This had better be pretty freaking important. Is the meadow on fire?